Og i dag skal vi læse en kort historie. We're gonna read a short story. Og vi skal fokusere lidt på idiomer. We're gonna focus a little bit on idioms. Jeg åbner lige livestream her 2 sekunder. But if you go to the post on Patreon, you will be able to see a PDF file called Livestream 7 Ping. If you download that, you'll be able to follow along with what I'm reading, but I'm also gonna write some notes in the chat box live on YouTube. So yeah, it's a bit of a combination of things going on, but I hope you can follow along with me. So we have a short story called Pengetræet, the money tree. Pengetræet. And it's a short story that I wrote along with 2 other short stories, and I compiled them in a book called Idioms for Idiots. It's a genius book. It contains over 100 Danish idioms with their explanations, English equivalents, and audio files. So if you didn't see that, you can also check it out. I think maybe you have access to it for free on Patreon, if I remember correctly. If not, you can also go over to my website and check it out. So, assuming you've got downloaded Pengetræet, let's go ahead and start reading. Pengetræet. You'll see I've marked in blue all the idioms, and then I've given a little description so we can quickly make sure we understand these idioms. Otherwise, there are translations in English, so we don't need to think too much about what it means. You can just quickly check and after go back if there's something you're not sure about. So, here we go. Nogen mener, at jeg er en heldig kartoffel. En heldig kartoffel just means you're lucky. You're a lucky potato, you might say. Det var i hvert fald det, min ven sagde, da jeg for første gang fortalte denne historie. Jo, sagde du, her den anden dag skete der noget meget underligt. Eller vidunderligt. De siger, at penge ikke vokser på træerne, men der tager de helt fejl. Money doesn't grow on trees. Penge vokser ikke på træerne. Desværre. Same as in English. This one, easy. Tro mig, når jeg siger, at det godt kan lade sig gøre. At man sagtens kan flytte bjerge, hvis man bare tror på sig selv. At flytte bjerge, to move mountains. It's the same as in English. If you want to, whatever in here, to achieve the seemingly impossible, you can move mountains. Nå, her får du historien. Jeg stod op, før fanden fik sko på, og gik ud i haven. I love this one, putting the shoes on before the devil wakes up. Det betyder bare, altså hvis du vågner meget tidligt om morgenen. If you wake up super early in the morning, you can say, jeg står op, før fanden får sko på. Det gør jeg hver eneste morgen. Jeg havde sovet som en sten og følte mig frisk. I'd slept like a stone and felt fresh. I guess, do you see slept like a stone? Slept like a log, maybe in English. Slept like a baby in Danish. You're a stone. Makes sense, right? Solen skinnede, og fuglene kvædrede. Men det var lidt koldt. Ikke hunderkoldt, men stadig koldt. Not dog cold, still cold. So when it's extremely cold, yeah, you can say it's dog cold. Notice in the previous sentence these words, skinnede, kvædrede. There's a lot of these words in this story in the past tense because it's being told in that way, where it has these endings of ede. And often people will pronounce it as sort of 2 syllables. Ede, for example, skinnede, skinnede, 3 syllables, 3 stavelser. But all of these endings, you really want to get it down to 2 syllables. So drop 1 syllable, and it becomes a long stretched sound. For example, skinnede, kvædrede, kvædrede, skinnede, and so on. Vi fortsætter. We continue. Luften var dejlig frisk, men det blæste. Så jeg stod ude i haven og spiste mit morgenbrød. Det blæste op. Det blæste faktisk en hel pelikan, og derfor tabte jeg brødet. It was windy, and it was so windy that it blew half a pelican. Another really funny expression, just when it's super windy, you can say, det blæser en hel pelikan. Vi fortsætter. Jeg kiggede ned og bemærkede, at frøene begyndte at synke ned i jorden. Det er noget mærkeligt noget, tænkte jeg for mig selv. Jeg kunne næsten ikke tro mine egne øjne. I almost couldn't believe my own eyes. Jeg kastede mig på knæ for at kigge nærmere på de forsvindende frø, men faldt fuldstændig om, da en plante voksede lynhurtigt op af jorden. Den vrivlede op imod himlen, op og op, og forvandlede sig til et kæmpestort træ. Der må være ugler i mosen, tænkte jeg. Owls in the bog, I've written here. Maybe swamp is a better word. When something weird happens, when something is a bit fishy, you might say in English, something fishy is going on. You can say, there are owls in the swamp. Der er ugler i mosen. Okay, so my tree has grown. I hope you're managing to follow along. Basically what's happened is I'm eating some bread in the garden, some seeds have fell from it into the floor, into the ground, and a tree has started to grow. And I'm like, there must be owls in the swamp. Vi fortsætter. I toppen voksede grene frem, dernæst blade. Men træet fik ikke normale blade. Nej, det fik nemlig 100 kroner sedler. 100 kroner sedler. You should really write the word 100 rather than have it written as a number. So I'm just going to correct it in my document. You can do it in yours. Well, you probably can't, but you can make a note in your mind. Write numbers, it's much better. Jeg kunne ikke få armene ned. I couldn't get my arms down. This is when you're so excited, you know. Yeah, that's just how you say it. Jeg kan ikke få armene ned. Jeg dansede og løb rundt som en gal. Ville du ikke også gøre det? Siden da er mit træ blevet til en af verdens mest berømte seværdigheder. Seværdigheder is a beautiful word, means attractions. So whenever you travel, you know, you want to go around and see all the famous stuff in the city, you can call them de berømte seværdigheder. Folk rejser tusindvis kilometer for at se det. De tager billeder, optager videoer og spørger altid, om de må klatre op i toppen. Det må de selvfølgelig ikke. De vil alle sammen have, at jeg deler kagen. They all want me to share the cake. It's a really funny way of, you know, when somebody wants you to share the profits, the earnings, success. You share a piece of the pie in English, you share the cake in Danish. Men det kan de godt glemme. They can forget it. Træet er mit, og kun mit. It's mine and only mine. Før havde jeg ikke en rød ejer, men nu har jeg penge som skidt. So two opposites here. If you're poor, you don't have a red shrimp. You don't own a red shrimp, you can also say. And if you are rich, you have money like shit. Penge som skidt. Ja, jeg fik virkelig en appelsin i turbanen. I really got an orange in the turban. Crazy expression. There's another one for just that you are lucky. If you feel like you're a really lucky person, or somebody you know is a lucky person, you can say to them, you got an orange in your turban. Du fik en appelsin i turbanen. Det kan man godt se. Livet er godt. Jeg er taknemmelig. Og jeg er helt oppe i skyerne. Det er mit skønne træ også. Helt oppe i skyerne. Self-explanatory, right? You're up in the clouds. You're on cloud 9, you might say. Really happy. Nå, men historien i en nøddeskal. The story in a nutshell. Again, same as in English, this one. Jeg blev stinkende rig ved et mærkeligt lykketræf. Et mærkeligt lykketræf is also really nice. expression or combination of words. A stroke of luck. A weird stroke of luck I've written. Nu skal du ikke være misunderlig på mig. Det samme kunne godt ske for dig en dag. Måske. Had to use the very, very Danish, I don't know, attitude of maybe. You can never be overconfident in Danish. Although it's a problem that I have is overconfidence. Anyway, so I hope you could follow along with the story. He got a beautiful tree. People came from all over the world to see it, wanted to take pictures and videos and climb to the top. They wanted him to share a piece of the pie or the cake, but he was like, nah, it's mine and only mine. So it gives you a bit of context with these idioms, because sometimes we see pictures or we see examples of idioms, but it can be hard to know how can I use it in what context. So I hope that gave you a little bit of context. And again, check out the other stories I made, and let me know if you know any really cool idioms. I'm just going to take a little drink here. Kaffe, selvfølgelig. So if you're in the document, you will notice I've written some questions and a little bit about money. So I thought that I can simulate a conversation here, so I'll ask the questions and try to give some short, simple answers and just see how much you can understand. It will be a bit of a let me think, should I do it? I will translate a little bit, not everything, but I'll translate a little bit of the answers that I give. And before we start, so in Danish, in terms of money, you have content, contenter, cash, and mønter, coins. It's kind of funny, I almost forgot the word, because you never use it in Danish. People always use their kort, their cards. Everything is digital nu. Så, det første spørgsmål. Er det vigtigt at have eller tjene penge? Is it important to have or earn money? Selvfølgelig, det er meget vigtigt. Of course, it's very important. Men det er selvfølgelig fordi, at det system, som vi har i de fleste lande, det kræver, at man har penge. So it's because the systems we have in most countries requires that you have money. Du ved, den kapitalistiske system, det kapitalistiske system, the capitalist system. Hvorfor er vi som mennesker så besat af det? Why are we as people so obsessed with it? Det er faktisk et godt spørgsmål. That's a good question. På den ene side, on the one hand, kunne det være, at penge svarer til magt. Money corresponds to power, if we go back in time, the kings, the queens, the people in power now, politikerne. Og ikke kun det, bare i vores samfund generelt. Hvis du har penge, så kommer du lidt højere op, du ved. Men på den anden side er det også fordi, at hvis du ikke har penge, jamen så bliver livet lidt svært. So on the other hand, if you don't have money, life is just difficult, Så er det svært for dig at finde et sted at bo, hard for you to have a place to live, og dermed have en familie, and thus have a family, and all the other things. Er du selv, next question, næste spørgsmål, er du selv besat af penge? Hvordan er dit forhold til penge? Are you yourself obsessed with money? How is your relationship to money? You can learn a bit about me now. Jeg synes ikke, at jeg er besat af penge. I don't think that I'm obsessed with money. Men jeg tænker relativt meget på penge, og det er fordi, at jeg ikke har mange af det. So I think about it relatively a lot often, because I don't have lots of it. Og derfor skal jeg være forsigtig med mine penge. Therefore I have to be a little cautious or careful with my money. Så jeg er ikke fattig, men jeg er heller ikke rig. I'm not poor, but I'm not rich. Tjener du mange penge? Do you earn a lot of money? Nej, det synes jeg ikke. I don't think so. Det er selvfølgelig relativt. It's of course relative. Men nej, det synes jeg ikke. Men det er også fordi, at jeg ikke arbejder fuldtid, ligesom mange mennesker gør. I don't work full time, like many people do. Jeg arbejder sådan set 2 dage, sådan fuldt. 2 days of full work. Og så 2-3 dage, hvor jeg laver lidt det og that. 2 or 3 days where I do a bit of this and that. Tjener du penge på kun en måde eller flere måder? Do you earn money in just one way or several ways? Jeg personligt tjener penge på flere måder. Several ways. Det er fordi jeg arbejder som selvstændigt. Det er fordi at jeg arbejder som selvstændig, self-employed. Så jeg driver en podcast. Jeg får støtte af jer dejlige mennesker på Patreon. Get support from you lovely people on Patreon. Så nogle gange er det nogen, som køber en kaffe til mig. Tusind tak. Men så giver jeg også lektioner. Jeg har også nogle bøger, som jeg har lavet, skrevet, som books that I've written, made. And hvad ellers? Ja, det er måske det. Airbnb bruger jeg også. Jeg har et værelse, som bliver lejet ud på Airbnb, men det er ikke rigtigt at tjene. Det er mere at dække en del af omkostningerne, som jeg allerede har. So that's not really earning money. It's more like covering some of the costs that I already have. Har du nogle penge på kistebunden? En opsparing? Do you have any money in the treasure chest? It's a way of saying savings. Jeg har lidt, og det er fordi, at min farmor døde, og så blev hendes hus solgt, og pengene fra huset gik ikke til min far, fordi han er død. Det gik til mig og mine brødre. So when my grandmother died, the selling of her house, a part of that money went to me and my brothers rather than my father because he's already died. So I got a little bit of money from that, and det er ikke mange, fordi jeg har brugt mange af dem nu. I've spent most of them, but I have a little bit that I try to keep. Jeg prøver at holde det på et bestemt tal, fordi det er sådan en lille, hvad kan man sige, en lille trøstningsting, comfort thing, you know, just to know that you have this, you know, if anything should go wrong, if next month I don't have any money, hvis i den næste måned jeg ikke tjener noget, så har jeg måske et backup, men jeg kan kun bruge den backup en gang. I can only use that backup once, so I'm hoping I don't have to. Nå, kender du nogen, der har penge på lommen? Det betyder en rig person. Do you know anyone that has money in their pocket? It's another idiom, a way of saying a rich person. Ved I hvad? Jeg tror ikke, jeg gør. Nej, det tror jeg ikke. Jeg kan ikke rigtig tænke på nogen. I don't think I do. I can't really think of anybody that would say that guy's rich. Nej. Hvor mange penge er mange penge efter din mening? How much money is a lot of money, in your opinion? Igen, det er relativt. It's relative. Det kommer an på, hvor du bor, hvad for nogle omkostninger du har. Depends where you live, what sort of costs, expenses you have. Men generelt kunne jeg bare sige, $10 million. Det er mange penge. $10 million, that's a lot of money. I could do a lot of things with that, and pretty much I don't think I have to work again. Hvad bruger du dine penge på? What do you spend your money on? Praktiske ting, ligesom husleje. Practical things like rent. Mad. Food. Jeg bruger mange penge på mad. I spend a lot of money on food. Men så også nogle legetøj. Toys. When I say toys, I mean legetøj til mig. Træningsting, træningsudstyr, training equipment. Jeg har faktisk lige købt en ny cykel. Just bought a new bike. Ellers bruger jeg dem på min søn og på oplevelser of my son and experiences. We like to go places, go out to eat, stuff like that. Har du nogensinde vundet en god chat penge? Have you ever won a good amount of money? Nej. Nej, det har jeg ikke. Jeg arvede en relativt god chat penge, som jeg sagde tidligere. Men udover det, nej. So I inherited a decent amount of money, as I said earlier, most of which is gone. But apart from that, no. Har du nogensinde mistet penge, fysisk eller i et væddemål? Have you ever lost money physically or in a bet? Yeah, begge to, both. Jeg tror, jeg har mistet fysisk penge før, måske i min pung, maybe in my wallet. I dropped my wallet, I think, probably before. Jeg er faktisk mega god til at miste ting. Ironi. Good at something that's really bad. Irony. I'm good at losing shit. And then the bet, I don't really like betting so much, but I have. Det har jeg i fortiden. Jeg har mistet penge på et væddemål. Sidste spørgsmål. Kunne du forestille dig en verden uden penge? Could you imagine a world without money? Hvem var det, der sagde, jeg tror det var Picasso, alt som du kan forestille dig er rigtigt. Eller kan være, eller kan blive rigtigt. Kan blive til en virkelighed, tror jeg. So anything you can imagine can become a reality. It's kind of a funny filosofisk tanke. En filosofisk tanke. But can I imagine a world without money? Det er meget svært at forestille mig en verden uden penge. It's really hard to imagine a world without money. Men fordi det vil kræve, at alle skulle lave om på deres livsstil. Everyone would have to change their lifestyle. We'd have to start to understand each other more. Forstå hinanden bedre, hjælpe hinanden bedre. Og vi skal skifte vores fokus. Vi skal lægge vores fokus et andet sted. We need to put our focus in another place. I stedet for at være individualistiske, tror jeg man siger. Individualists. I would love it. I've always thought like money is this invented thing. Det er noget, som vi har opfundet, som er lidt dumt i virkeligheden, og det skaber mange problemer. It creates lots of problems. But yeah, jeg kan ikke forestille mig, hvordan vi skulle ændre det lige nu. Det vil være et helt andet system. Completely different system. Fedt, det var alle de spørgsmål. Det gik meget hurtigt. It went super fast. Jeg håber, at I kunne lide min kort historie og mine svar på spørgsmålene. Så har I måske hørt en lille smule, hvordan man kan give nogle simple svar og dele og udtrykke sin mening. To express your opinion. Let me know in the comment section what you thought. Share any idioms that you know, and if you like, you could also answer the questions that I have here. Just write some simple, short answers. Share them in the comment section, and I can give you some feedback regarding grammar. Tusind tak for i dag, og vi ses i det næste livestream. Jeg glæder mig. Hej hej.